Sorry, that might have been being a bit abrupt there. Hello, welcome back to more Sonic Generations. You can just call me Stent. Apologies if I sound a little tired this time around. I was admittedly up a little late last night, mostly just again recording and sending out emails at 1 in the morning. So perfect combination to go of these missions which are going to be coming up ahead. First of all, though, I did promise that we'd start off with Perfect Chaos, so let's start off with Perfect Chaos. My name is William. Hello, William. I'll be honest, I don't really remember most of the actual changes to hard mode with some of these, though I have a feeling they're going to become quite apparent soon enough. Or not at all, as was the case with the Death Egg Robot. I remember that one being a whole lot harder to S-rank for some reason. I will admit it does feel kind of surreal that they're still using old sound effects. Like, for example, Shadow Generations, they reused a whole bunch of music and ooh. Yeah, they reused a whole bunch of music and sound effects from Shadow the Hedgehog for the GameCube. Which sort of leads me to wonder as to whether or not that's should be a standard thing. Like, I think a good example is the Halo series, actually, because obviously Halos 1, 2, and 3... There we go. I remember last time I did this, you actually had to be careful with how much boost you spent, or... Okay. So I think it's more so just, different platforming challenges you have to go through. Still so surreal going through this as Adventure 1 Sonic, though. Up. One of the biggest praise you can give Sonic Team, the fact that they keep the old sound effects. Because yeah, Halo... I think a lot of the weapon sound effects were fairly consistent between the Bungie games, but then of course they all changed for the most part with Halo 4. Some of them were a bit of arguably an improvement, like the assault rifle going from sounding like a popcorn machine to an actual assault rifle. Then you got just iconic sound effects like the plasma pistol overcharge, which are just changed to be unrecognizable. Also, that was apparently hard mode, by the way. Gotta admit, I kind of like the water effects on Chaos there. Anyways, I guess we'll just start off with Crisis City. I haven't really touched this as much as I probably would have wanted to, compared to, say, some of the other... I've done a little bit more with Shadow Generations, let's just put that out there. Anyways, let's just start with this doppelganger race. Hard equals easy. I mean, I suppose that's the weird thing. I don't think there's necessarily been a standard for what the difficulty of these games should be. Because obviously it's also been the case that the base game has been fairly easy, and then you have these super challenging hard modes as an optional thing. That was sort of a thing that I feel was mainly pioneered by Adventure 2 with its mission structure, which honestly I wouldn't mind seeing come back someday. And then you got Unleashed, which then just decides, nope, we're just doing hard mode practically all the way through. Then again, it has been a while since I played Unleashed, so my perception may be a bit skewed on that regard. I do mostly just have memories of frustration, admittedly. As you probably hear in the background, Funnily enough, the world is apparently ending outside. Yeah, I'm a bit of a nasty storm this these past couple of days. I mean, I'm fine at the moment. Just it's kind of, I don't want to say distressing, but the fact that going to bed, I constantly hear just pipes outside groaning like they're whales. Kind of be a little bit concerned with that. Dang it, I missed. There we go. That was the wrong way. Yeah, I'm not sure you can hear the wind rustling outside, but it's still going strong. Strong enough to knock off fence panels, just clean off of their housings. I don't think it's gone quite as bad to the point where we've had trees getting knocked down, but then again, I haven't really been out much today to assess the damage. I've spent most of the day asleep. So for all we know, it's just complete bedlam out there. Also, the level's almost over. One thing that I couldn't help but find weird is that it feels as though they removed a whole bunch of the achievements for this game. Like the Look Both Ways achievement for this segment, or beating Green Hill Zone in less than a minute. They just kept the one which I found kind of the more egregious one, just beat the final boss without taking any damage. Good luck dodging that laser. Okay, I guess you go in... You know, I'm just gonna wait. Probably gonna do what I did last time, actually, which is... I get all the notes and stuff later on. For now, though... Hey, remember this? Remember juggling the goalpost in Sonic 3? We're doing it again. I don't remember quite how egregious this got, just, I kinda would feel a little bit worried this time around. Oh, you actually get ring bonuses for doing this as well. Oh no, you don't even have to jump into it, you just have to, exist close to it. I guess... Oh no. Okay, I think we're doing okay. I don't think I actually mentioned, however, my thoughts on this particular remix of Crisis. I quite like it, to be perfectly honest with you. Why are you not affected by the wind? I said I'm... No! How is it I'm affected by the wind, yet you aren't? This is just make me miss the drop dash even more. Oh no. Please. Please. Oh, come on! Ah. Okay, you just have to, deliver it over there. Probably not gonna get the A rank, the S rank, but, whatever, we're here. Oh boy. Hopefully that's not a, setting the tone for things to come. We already did Vector, so let's see what we got here. The fire shield challenge. Finally, we get the fire shield. Which feels, even by this game standards, weirdly powerful. Really just feels like a miniature boost, which I suppose is appropriate, but to the point where it kind of feels like a gamble to actually use. Still feel I would have preferred to have seen this in the actual level, though, as opposed to just being relegated to this challenge run. Oh hey, it's the things from Starlight Zone, remember? Remember these? Everybody's favorite mechanic in these games? It's weird that they're always here, but we're not gonna question it. Just continue to enjoy the same mechanics we've been throwing at you for the past 30 years. Still can't help but wonder what exactly this version of Sonic must really think of the fact that at some point he just ends up in this fiery hellscape. Ah. Yes, I remember. Alright, that's the fire shield. Let's go pick it up, why don't we? I already picked all the stuff up last time, but I may as well showcase it off. Yeah, that's how powerful the spin dash is. You just cover so much distance with it, and yet still known of the dreaded M word. There we go, there's the flame shield. Kind of funny that points don't seem to be a problem in this game at all. Oh, look, it's the Chow Puppets from Unleashed. And I'm sure a whole bunch of other paraphernalia in here, which I don't recognize at first glance. Subscribe and give... Ah, thanks, Evil Sonic. I much appreciate it. One of these days I'll end up like one of those big YouTubers full of controversies. I certainly hope that doesn't be the case, but I can't help but feel at this point it's kind of inevitable. Anyways, ring time. You get to just absolutely delete everybody in your path. Except here, you're actually at risk of dying because, of course, lava. For some reason I didn't actually expect to get that. Ooh. I gotta admit, this ring time thing certainly does last a long time. I'm sure this is the totally intended way the game intended me to use this. Oh, it's the bouncy things from City Escape. Oh, we gotta go up here now, I guess. A Sonic game where you go left. What is this series coming to? We can't have anything in our gaming spaces. Okay, hopefully we don't take any damage here. We only... Ah. Okay. I'll take that. One of the easiest S ranks so far. Let's see, this is... Yeah, we don't have to do that just yet. I gotta be missing some, surely. Can I please go downstairs? I want to go downstairs. You're not helping, whoever you are. Okay, I think... Yeah, there we go. The rest of them are up here, I think? Yeah. Another doppelganger race. Where we immediately just run face first into the wall. It is kind of weird they threw these. This is just a challenge in, because it is basically just, for all intents and purposes, a time trial. Just with a little bit of extra, I suppose, visual feedback. I mean, not that I mind. I mean, time trials are not exactly a new thing for this series, and I kind of wish we got more of an emphasis on that, but I suppose I'm probably just forgetting. Ah. Totally planned and coordinated, that. Look how far ahead we are already. We're already halfway through the stage. Still entirely baffled as to how exactly, oh, alley up. Alley up. I will admit, in terms of classic stages, this might actually be one of my favorites. It's like, huzzah, the last sort of, I want to say last hurrah of the Sonic, I know, but, that's not exactly true. The day will come when we play Black Knight, but not after, Secret Rings. Do you mind, sir? Thank you. It's a race against himself, listen. Green Hill? I guess, though that's I will admit, Green Hill Act 1 in this kind of feels a little milquetoast to me, if I'm being brutally honest. It's like, yeah, it's sort of here because it has to be here. I mean, I suppose compared to the original it's quite good, but it feels just, compared to stuff like, City Escape, Speed Highway, Sky Sanctuary, it's, just feels kind of tame. Oh no. Right, let's do that again. We gotta outrun the Santiago. I'm guessing here we're just going through the... I guess when, what am I saying? When designing these levels, they really went for the Sonic 2 mentality of just take the upper route. The upper route is the quickest. It's always the quickest, and not just, requiring a mastery of the stage. It's just like, yep, you just gotta make sure you go to the topmost level. That's the way it goes. Not sure I actually deserved that, but I'll take it nonetheless. Just like an artist. So sad. It's just, having to do this level again after I died stupidly. And even now, after all that, I'm still down in terms of time. What do you want from me, game? I'm trying. Oh, there was another route I could have taken. Oh, and Santiago is somehow catching up with me. Despite all my efforts to thwart him last time. That was definitely not worth it. I don't even see him. Somehow that worked. I don't feel that should have worked, but it did. Gotta admit, this definitely feels a lot closer than the previous race did. When we were playing this, you got the sense of I was cracked as a kid. Yeah, it's kind of wild. Then again, I can't help but feel it's more so the case of... Please! There we go. But this game is kind of easy to at least get the sense that you're getting good at it. I think. Please, please. I'm struggling with all my might against the wind. Still have no idea why the cannons from Heroes are here, by the way. Like, well, we need something to transition you between all these things. Let's just throw in the cannons from Heroes. It's fine. No one will care. And they were right. Somehow, I still got the S rank for that. When in doubt, spin dash? Yep. Kind of how it feels. Oh, that was all the classic missions. Okay. I think we might have gone through some of the more egregious ones. That mostly being the Vector one, but... Oh. We actually get a new power-up to Sonic for once. I mean, modern Sonic. Ready? Oh! Okay, that does feel kind of satisfying. I'm guessing this is based off the upgraded Stomp you could get from Unleashed. Because I know you could get a upgraded Spin Dash. Imagine if you could get the Spin Dash in Unleashed. It would be probably my favorite game. But no, upgraded Stomp. Back when... I mean, I think it also affects the, these things as well. It's... I imagine this is a little bit, more difficult on this version because, of course, you have to, constantly be... minding yourself that you don't accidentally drop dash. Alley up, alley up. Yeah, the range on that kind of feels odd to me, to be brutally honest. Yeah, let's just get... Can I negotiate? There we go. Oh, goody. More of this. Just ballooning over spikes. My favorite segment from Unleashed. And Frontiers. How do these balloons even get here? Okay, so these also grant you a little bit of extra height, I think. Spin dash really useful in play for Unleashed, honestly, unless it didn't consume boost energy. I'm sort of imagining it more like the spin dash in Frontiers, where it's basically just a boost. Except you can't really quick step. I feel it sort of depends on what you really want out of one of these games, really. You want something more like Adventure? You want something more like this? I mean, obviously, you know the answer in 9 out of 10 cases with me. Can I please get... Can I please? Please. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna dust off the Crisis City challenges, and then we're gonna just do the boss fight against whoever that guy is. Still have no idea. Curse is foiled again. Alright, this is definitely kind of a cool mechanic. We gotta do the shield things in order to potentially protect yourself from projectiles. Whoop. Okay. I don't know what you want from me, game. Over here? Okay, over here, I think. Over here. Oh. I think I screwed myself. There we go. Okay, it's a matter of choose your switch. Are you one who is into... No! I think I screwed myself. You can't even wall jump off of these. Aww. Okay, that's not right. That's not right. Actually... No! Yeah, okay. We'll do it your way, game. Okay, hit that one. And there's just a clear shot to the goal. Donkey Kong source code comes from Radar Scope. Huh. How do you feel about Sonic being compared to more adult franchises like MGS, Tomb Raider, third-person shooters? I think it's more so that fans who've grown up this series kind of want the series to grow up with them. I think a good case for this actually with the Harry Potter books, where, of course, you got the first book, which is all childlike, which is definitely a children's book with the language used, and then you get to all the way to Deathly Hallows and how dark and miserable that gets, and you sort of see the transition between fun children's book and whatever Deathly Hallows was. I know that's sort of a controversial example, but I feel it's the one at least that makes the most sense to me. Okay. No! We have this thing that definitely starts off as a 4-kiddie thing and then transitions into something which is more, I suppose, young adult orientated. I mean, obviously, I think most people could still get enjoyment out of, say, the Harry Potter series or something of that ilk, but that, I feel, is just the best example I can see of a series just growing up with its audience. Which the Sonic series doesn't really have the luxury of doing, which... Honestly, I really can't help but wonder who exactly the intended audience for Sonic is anymore. Is it people like me who grew up with the series back in the 2000s and the 90s? Or is it more for little Timmy with his iPad? I think I already said this before, but I can't help but stress it enough. Game. There we go. Oh, that's nice. It actually gives you an indication of where you're supposed to be going. And fairly certain they always did that. It's just a nice little thing, because I know that in Unleashed especially, you could get fairly cheeky versions of these cannons that often misdirect you. There we go, that's finally over. Sonic never had a cannon? That old chestnut again. I do sort of get that, and with how the characters have sort of been positioned where they can't really do much outside of just pop up occasionally, just say, hi, I'm here, and then disappear. I definitely wouldn't mind a reboot of the Sonic series at some point, though I don't suppose they would, and I worry that it's not exactly a guarantee that the series will instantly get better. Considering if they mess up on the potential reboot, what's to say they just don't reboot it again and again and again and just lose more fans as they go on. Anyways, let's go fight whoever this is. The perfect personification of what I'm talking about with regards to characters who are sort of stuck in side game limbo. Alright, let's see how strong you are. Whoever you are. Sliver the Hedgehog. Seems super weird. Seems super difficult to pronounce for some reason. Now let's see if you differ at all from your normal mode counterparts. I don't want to hold on to my my boost for now. What is that? Oh, I miss Quentin Flynn. Ow. Come on, I can still reach you! No! What happened there? I am very much confused. Okay, so you can still hit him when he throws a single one at you. That's good to know. Just kind of find it funny that even back when this game came out, I found it hilarious how much of an improvement this boss fight was over the 06 version. And the fact that it was actually a fight and not just abuse. Oh, you're already going into your final phase, huh? Alright. Wow. I don't really see what was hard about that. I'm playing the remastered generations of the original generations. I put 2024 in the title. I think that it's, that should be fairly explanatory, but yes, I am doing the remaster. Alright, time to move on to everybody's favorite level, Rooftop Run. We're gonna do the classic ones first, because this is my favorite level in the entire game. Not really. Kinda forgot how to damage Silver at some points. I mean, you just run into him and hit him in the crotch. Doesn't seem all that difficult to me, to be perfectly honest, but then again, I'm certain there's some elements of this game which kind of elude me, which don't elude you. Like these balloons, for example. Where am I now? Okay, this way. I do at the very least like the music for this level, but I'm not sure whether or not these particular hazards are really conducive to classic gameplay, or maybe it's just the fact that I'm bad. Guessing we'll just go this way now. Wonder if SEGA still has human rules? I mean, if that were the case, Eggman would have been removed from the franchise a long time ago, and I guess we still have Sage and now Gerald and Maria. I'm guessing if I'm led to assume correctly, the dreaded mandates that everyone has been complaining about, I think have been lightened up. It's more so, with some of the stories we got, more so to do with writer's skill, if I'm led to believe correctly. I am now very scared. It's like I could die at any moment. My mortality is... I have realized my mortality more than ever. Oh yeah, the gun commander, Mr. Oliver Garden, as I used to call him before he got his official Archie name. In fact, I still might call him that because it's funny. At least to me. Sonic, I have no idea what you keep calling me that. My name's Abraham. No, you're still Oliver Garden to me. Especially after what you pulled on my my would-be Uncle Tom. I don't even know a Tom. What are you talking about? I've lost control of my life. Okay, so you don't want me to okay. You... What is this chicanery? I've been bamboozled, game. How could you do this to me? What is this chicanery? Could you imagine Sonic actually saying the word chicanery? He's done worse. That billboard. Do you think a man happens to fall like that? No, he orchestrated it. But yes, I'm doing that again because... Okay, so I'm guessing we're just... Ah yes, these are my favorite enemies. If it wasn't apparent. Okay, that could have gone worse. Somebody already did that, I can certainly imagine. Alright, time for more dash rings. Ah yes, I remember this challenge all the way back in when I did Sunset Heights. Kind of surreal that even in Shadow Generations they retained a lot of these challenges, but then again I feel the challenges, the missions in Shadow are at the very least a lot more developed. Very much a quality over quantity situation, I feel. You know too much about something people see as crazy. Yeah. Or just, that one oddball with the weird design. Like, why do the Banui have the big chest? I don't know. Okay. Once again, this game is bamboozling me. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make the... Just barely. Knowing that Sonic Prime ignored Ian's notes make me wish it wasn't canon. I mean... The way I see it, it feels very easy to just treat it the same way that I feel that most people treat most Star Wars content nowadays, and then just pick and choose what they personally agree with. Like, for some people, there's only 3 Star Wars movies. For some people, it's only 6. For a lot less people, there are 9. Ah. I knew you were coming. Oh, come on! The big chest stores the power. Ah, yes, my battery pack. It's where I store all my batteries for my Game Boy Advance. Did that one just try to take a wallop at me? Don't think I didn't see that. I kind of wonder why he just did away with these particular cup-looking... I like to call them egg cups for some reason. Okay, I guess I'm gonna just go through here. Oh! Okay. SEGA can pick and choose canon I can too. Yeah. I feel that's how most comic fans have been feeling over the past 20 years. Like, dude, no way! Abraham Tower! Finally, we Archie fans are eating for the first time in 20 years. Oh wait, this is Planet Wisp. Ah, we may as well do this now. Oh boy, and it's the Doppelganger race as well. Where we get to see all the egg pawns in their Minecraft Let's Play. Who put springs in the middle of the damn forest? I had to do it one more time, just for the road. As you probably tell, I don't exactly know the most effective layout for this particular level, because I don't tend to play it a lot, for obvious reasons. I don't think it's as bad as Spagoni Act 1, but then again, I'm probably just remembering wrong. Because I have personal beef with Spagoni Act 1 for certain levels that crop up, for certain missions. Yeah, I definitely feel the whole everything is canon statement should be taken with a grain of salt, because I feel that also applies to certain pieces of fan-made media you might have seen on a little website called DeviantArt. I definitely think they weren't exactly being the most serious when they said that for that reason. At least that's what I recall from that particular statement, so take that with a grain of salt, babies. Yeah, I am quite aware. The funny bench comic. It's like some drink to remember, I drink to forget. Most of the time it still feels as though I don't really know where I'm going without this whole thing, though. I also can't help but wonder whether or not classic things... We have this planet here which is being held by these chains, done by enough one of Robotnik's schemes. Why does this seem so familiar? Is metal around here anywhere? I mean, here's in the remake. The what? Yeah, the remake. People remake games? I mean, yeah. That was never the case back in my day. You know, when my games were coming out, we didn't get a chance at remake. There was just one game and that was it. Ah yes, good spin dash there. I could have sworn that the Spike Twist at least gave you a bit of invincibility when you used it in colors. Or am I being gaslit again? It just makes me more... This just makes me imagine what exactly, how classic Sonic would react to the prospect of a remake. You mean people remake games like they do movies? I mean, yeah. We got that one remake of Snow White coming out recently. Wait, the 1930s version? Yeah. Is it any good? No. It looks terrible. How can that be? I mean, obviously you can't really compare it to the original, but surely with modern technology it should at least look decent. It doesn't. Let me see that trailer. He watches the trailer. Oh, dear God. What have you been doing all these past few years? Suffering. Hey, Dennis. Thanks for stopping by and witnessing the madness. I keep forgetting that you can just still spin dash jump with the Spike's Wisp. It is basically just a spin dash, just, worse. Somehow even less momentum. Wait, the S rank for this was 6 minutes? It's like, wow. Somehow I keep forgetting how long these last couple of levels were. The elves look cursed. Oh, we're calling them elves now. Oh, we're not allowed to call them dwarves anymore. I've heard some people find that offensive for some reason. Like, it's like classic songs from a different era where he didn't have to worry about all these, hurting each other's feelings and such. Not sure how much I should get into this. Alley up, alley up, alley up. Oh yes, my favorite jump in the whole game. This was a nightmare trying to get all the red rings in the stage for that particular reason. I feel those guillotines, scythes, swingy things are the things that make this my least favorite level in the whole game. I despise those things. I've heard people complain about the fact that you spend so much time indoors in this stage. I don't think I mind that aspect too much. I mean, honestly, I think this is my favorite part of the whole level, just the Donkey Kong aspect of it all. Let's look, Sonic can finally imitate Mario the Jumpman. Like a whole 2 years before Lost World. I very nearly just panicked a little bit. Ah yes, my favorite part of the whole stage. You gotta put your timing right or else you die. Okay, I guess not. And then of course there's these guys, which as you probably saw the last time I went from this level, not exactly a big fan of those fellas. It's like, oh boy, you better stay in one place, or do this with like tasks like efficiency, or else you're gonna get hit with radiation poisoning. You get Balin. I don't know why I keep saying Balin. I guess I just find it alright, I guess there goes the S rank. Not that I was gonna get it anyways. There we go. And there goes the S rank. The first one of these doppelganger things where I messed that up. Kind of appropriate now that I think about it. B rank. Oh. You wonder why Sonic has bad design that's intentional, huh? I mean, I suppose that depends on which version we're talking about, because I know there's the whole Mickey Mouse aspect. Alright, may as well get this one over here. Gotta smash the barrels and get the rings. Oh yes, I remember really liking this particular mission. And by like, I mean the opposite of that. I do definitely think I prefer this iteration of the Rooftop Run compared to the original. It's just like the violins. No. Well, I guess there goes any chances of me completing this mission. This was really fun. Can I? Oh, I can't stomp on those. Okay. Oh, and the goal ring is right there as well. Oh, there's a whole bunch of rings down here. Can I get enough to win the Can I get enough to win the game? I'm guessing not. Yeah, I feel it's levels like this that really sort of made me not exactly the most agreeable with regards to the challenge missions in this game. I keep flipping my words. I'm guessing the top route is a trap. Because there's all sorts of rings on the bottom. In the Donkey Kong barrels. We go down here, we hit you. We hit you. Ah yes, efficiency. A foreign concept to me, apparently. Alright, I guess I just gotta race to the finish. Yes, this is my absolute favorite level, how could you tell? I do certainly get a lot more rings from these than I would have anticipated. Alright, I guess that's all of them. We just boost over that, there we go. The Festival of the Pendulums. Yep, my favorites. You would have thought that we'd have had a multitude of OSHA violations for that, but I guess not. Then again, she's probably just busy off with Manny Chiquinto. Why am I tired? I was up at like 1 in the morning writing emails. Ah, yes. I feel I would like Spagonia a lot more if just those pendulums just didn't exist. It's like the rest of the stage, for the most part, is fine. Just... those pendulums are my absolute favorite thing, just as much as this Donkey Kong section. I suppose in terms of Unleashed representation, I would probably say that in a vacuum at least, Spagonia is definitely a top contender, but I can't help but feel for the penultimate level it requires a little bit more gravitas. Then again, the penultimate level in Unleashed was Jungle Joyride, so what do I know? I have to concentrate fairly hard here. Because of course this level is full of my favorite Sonic trope, platforming over bottomless pits. Yeah, it's reminiscent of that scene from the E3 trailer, except not as good, arguably. You could have been a contender. I could have been. But, I feel like I sort of lost the context of that. I'm busy trying to outrun my, ghost self who isn't even halfway through the stage yet. And yet, the time limit is still 2 minutes and 50. What are you doing, game? Not quite in my way. Ah. Oh boy! Rooftop rail grind. Not sure why this wasn't in City Escape, but regardless, let's give this a try, running away from your depression. See, this is the sort of thing I'm talking about. We didn't get any proper snowboarding sections throughout the rest of the game, but here we finally get one. Ironically enough, through yet another city. Because if there's one thing this game has not nearly enough of, it's cities. You know, chemical plants, speed highway, city escape, rooftop run, crisis city. You will never escape modern architecture. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Oh. Because of course you can't wall jump while you're snowboarding. Very important tip. Very important health and safety tip for whenever you go snowboarding next. Don't try to wall jump with a snowboard. Because even though they can apparently defy gravity, it's still not safe to wall jump with one of these. Not sure how I managed to do that, but I'll gladly take credit for it all the same. Really feel as though I have to hold on to my boost for later on. This is just, the normal stage. Except with a couple of ramps. Where? Barely made it. Sonic X the Bureau of Labor. Defiling all these buildings with skid marks and shattered windows. That's an all the second-degree manslaughter in City Escape. Oh, I actually got that one. Alright. Last one, I think. Endless Boost. Finally, we get Endless Boost. I was wondering when we got this one. The trick with Endless Boost is you get infinite boost, but rings do nothing. You die in one hit regardless of whether or not you have any rings, so in case you ever wanted to make rings pointless, here you go. See what I mean? Is that a euphemism? I feel that's a euphemism. Oh. I thought you could slide under those for some reason. Stent Legends. I don't think I've gone far enough in my particular continuity in order to get to that point yet. I'm still barely on X. We're still on, like, Stent 4. If we're going by Mega Man standards. Somehow, maybe. Oh. And of course, we got Donkey Kong at the very end. Okay, that wasn't so bad. I think that's all the challenges. There we go, that's all the challenges done for Rooftop Run. All that's left is Planet Wisp. I'm gonna go get the Endless Boost. We'll have to wait till Stent Battle Network. Now, luckily enough, there may come a time where I do end up streaming Battle Network, but I feel that probably won't be for a while yet. Got a whole bunch of stuff that I want to do first. Endless Boost, otherwise known as the... You say the I win button? More so the S rankers button. Because obviously if you get hit while going for an S rank run... What am I saying? S ranks are easy to get in this game. The Perfectionist run. The Perfectionist ability. You get the ability to do all sorts of insane stuff, but at the cost of, having to restart every time you take a hit, which you probably would have done anyway. Time for another doppelganger race. Stentex Bell Generations. You are messing with powers you could not possibly comprehend. Still weird that you still get the hero's cannons here as well. I guess that's to be expected, considering how much Sonic Team likes to reuse assets. Well, I feel I'm with a fair few people with regards to a common sentiment with regards to whether the next game is going to be, which is, sure, you've spent Frontiers and this game trying to reorientate the main cast to make them more, I suppose, I would say like themselves, more so rebranding them, I suppose. Which is nice and all, trying to get them more akin to their old selves, but what happens when you do that? What's the next step? Is just gonna be more callbacks? Is this gonna be more nostalgia baiting? You have any more new ideas, or are we just gonna recycle the same old ones till the end of time? So I've been reusing sound effects since 06? Yeah. It's like they've been using the same jump sound effect from 06, even till like Frontiers. I'm taking the worst path possible, it seems. I've just noticed. Oh boy, time for the rocket wisp. Not even sure how long you're supposed to hold that. No! Yes. Not entirely certain what that platform over there is for, but doesn't really matter to me. I have no idea where I'm going. Ugh. Alright, I guess we're going down here. At least I think we're going down here. Oh yes, and this place hosts my favorite obstacle in the whole game. These massive spiky arms, which just take up the entire screen. Good luck avoiding that. Good luck avoiding that. Good luck getting stun locked. Ah, there we go. I feel like I gotta give colors another chance sometime. I remember not specifically hating it, just that the writing is very dated. I think that's the best way of putting it. It's very dated. Very 2000s ironic humor, which you could say, Stem, that's just your humor. I know. But that's not what I and I think a lot of people come to Sonic for. That kind of humor. At least that's the way I see it. Give me your face. I very nearly flubbed that, I feel. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I can't help but wonder what exactly a Sonic game might look like with it, no. If it went back to having visuals similar to how it was in, Sonic Heroes, because I'm getting the sort of collective sense that people aren't exactly all that fussed now about graphical fidelity, more so just art style. I think a good example of that would be a game which I stumbled onto recently called Atlas, to the surprise of absolutely no one. You know, that's a game which has an art style very much based on old World of Warcraft, and I've heard people say it's 6th gen, I'd say more 5th gen with PS1 style environments. At least the art style feels very PS1 with how drab some of it looks. Very drab colors in that game. No. No! Well, there goes my A rank again. S rank, I mean. There we go. Like Atlas, surprised? That's surprising to me, to be honest. Let's see. Art style. Early games try too hard to look too realistic and cinematic, unfortunately sacrifice unique style. Yeah. And I feel that the Sonic series has had that for some considerable time. Okay, an actual challenge based on the rockets. This is gonna be fun. I gotta admit, the sound effect you make when you finally burst through the ceilings there sort of reminds me of knocking over bowling pins. Ah, good. More of these rotating platforms. My favorite. Thank you for conveniently delivering a rocket wisp to me, game. I don't think I was meant to come up here, but I'll take it nonetheless. Ooh. Getting all the luck of this particular mission. Oh, goody. Platforms that do more rotating. My favorite. Where are you taking me now, game? Bowling screens when you get... Oh, no, we're not... Not again! Not like this! No! No. There we go. Finally, we're starting to get somewhere. I think the rocket wisp is this way. As I walk face first into a missile, doing my best James Bond impression. Nailed it. Realism and stylization, not sarcasm, one or the other. Don't get your hopes up. That's all I'll say. Don't try not to get your hopes up. As we once again come face to face with my favorite enemy in the entire series, the invincible one that pelts you with spikes at every opportunity. Boy, I sure do love this enemy. What's that? You're trying to do anything? Too bad. Have a bomb. As I'm trying my best to rescue all the animals. Because apparently this suddenly became Lost World. I'm sorry, those capsules have just been ingrained into my mind after playing Lost World. It's just, it's not healthy. Seek help. Sonic Lost World players anonymous. I flubbed the joke. Okay, we're going this way, I think. You see now why I like these enemies? Haha! Finally, I can get a moment's peace. It really feels kind of weird that we haven't really gotten power-ups. Yeah, we just haven't gotten power-ups. In terms of, in any more recent games outside of, again, Lost World. And even then, they didn't actually appear on the stage. You had to bring them with you, like a packed lunch. No! Okay, just 2 more. I gotta get out of here before the game gives me a 2 more. Think of how big Savok was. No, I refuse. And who's that? Oh, it's our Mr. MVP. Oh, who is that? Yeah, I'd rather not remember Savok. I am all in favor of them after this game, just quietly disregarding everything that came out after the original generations. Just, yeah, we're just gonna quietly ignore Zavok, and we're gonna quietly ignore Infinite. Especially since he's such a punk he got beaten by a thwomp. That's kind of embarrassing. Because, yeah, I did hear about that, the whole death battle situation. Again, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of that sort of death battle thing. I feel I've seen it put in a similar case where power scaling is just the boy version of shipping. And I kind of feel it's all the more true, now that I think about it. Just constant fan bickering and back and forth. I don't tend to really enjoy that sort of content much. As a lot of the time I can't help but feel it comes off as somewhat biased. Not again. Obi-Wan's gonna kill me. Okay, I think we got it this time. Not today. Power scaling is cool, isn't it? I don't really care all that much, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I'm not saying you can't enjoy it, just, it's not my particular cup of, overly sugary coffee. Amelia's favorite, by the way. I feel it's kind of funny that, my current personification of, modern... Oh. This is the last stage, you gotta use all your powers together. Like, I keep up with the meme that that Amy slash modern... Yeah, modern Amy slash Amelia constantly just drinks wine all the time, when I feel that the more appropriate thing would be just... Her entire diet now is just based off of antidepressants and, Starbucks. That feels more appropriate to me for some reason. I say for some reason, just... Bleh. I don't know, for some reason it kind of feels as though the bubble shield is kind of the least useful here. Because of course you got a powerful double jump with the lightning shield. And with the fire shield you can just boost for everything at warp speed. With bubble shield you just get a jump that's worse, arguably, than the double jump from your thunder shield. I just realized the sound effect for this energy shield now, the electric shield. Is it the same as the energy sword from Halo? It certainly sounds like it. I will have my revenge on a prophet, not a plague. Barely made it. So now she's sleepy and awake at the same time. Yep. Antidepressants in the Starbucks. Modern eating a Starbucks gonna make sense. Specifically from Halo 2? Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Where it's a little bit more muffled. Right, I think we're gonna have to go up top with the rest of them. Dreamcast Amy would... But we're not dealing with Dreamcast Amy anymore, are we? This is the modern Amy for the modern audience. This is the wrong way. Oh yes, this is my favorite thing about these missions, by the way. The fact that you just... constantly getting lost. Because some missions are only on certain levels. Here we are. Oh boy, more goalpost juggling. Just remember this from Sonic 3. Does swear that this wasn't in the Sky Sanctuary, a Sky Sanctuary challenge, to be perfectly honest, considering that's the game where these would show up. It would be the most appropriate for them to be there. No. Come on, this way. Just racking up these combos for some reason. One thing I don't really like about the spin dash is that it's not exactly the most responsive off the line, as you probably noticed. Oh, so you let it fall altogether and it adds 5 seconds to your time. Gotcha. That's a fun mechanic. Also, I'm not going to be able to get up there. I lied. Yeah, you could probably see right there. Can I please get... Please, game! Please have mercy! Oh. You gotta hit the button. You are our last hope. Okay, it's right over there. Okay, so in terms of S ranking, this one wasn't too bad. Just gotta let it fall, and there we go. My greatest achievement, Sonic freaking Knuckles. Take it being a tarot card girl again over being an astrology girl? What's the difference? She's still into weird occultic stuff, it's just, she's a bit more overt about, being more into the black magics than... I'm building up this just weird character study of Amy now, where she's into the occult, she drinks Starbucks, she's constantly on antidepressants. Basically 90% of girls in Portland. Which I think is sort of the big joke. It's like, oh, she's gone from being a unique character to just girl from California. Because you know me, I like to pick pock shots at California at any perceivable opportunity. Because who wouldn't? What is happening? Oh, it's another one of these switch puzzles. My favorite. My favorite. Can I get up, please? Okay, I don't think this one is too bad. Just gotta fill all the things in order to make the platforms. Seems simple enough. I have no idea what happened to my homing attack there. There we go. Finally starting to get somewhere. I feel with this game in particular, I've just had these unintentional moments of glory, for lack of a better word. Also, fully intentional moments of absolute flubbery. I have no idea what the goal is, but I'm gonna try getting there regardless. Oh, California, by the way, my condolences. Oh, there's the goal ring. No wonder the girl is depressed. One is more goth than the other in goth. I mean, I see what you mean, but personally I'm of the opinion that, ooh. The final challenge, Action Master. I'm personally of the opinion that, despite people not really liking the sort of Dreamcast version of Amy, for me that's just her character. And it's okay if they want to expand on that, but it feels to me like more so they're trying to erase that particular perception of Amy and replace it with just generic girl from California, as I personally like to call it. Or I would say California to be polite, because the alternative would be Portland. Let's just say I can definitely see the current iteration of Amy having a Tumblr account. Let's just put it that way. Oh, we get the swing poles back. We also get me falling into the lean. Ow. Dang it, I missed. It's like on the first try I was doing this so masterfully, on the second try now it's all gone downhill. Okay, so you slide under that. I do definitely like the skybox for this particular level, though. Really feels quite mysterious. It's like the first indication that this is an actual alien planet, not just, a mint-colored northwest with lean for water. There, I did the funny lean joke. Are you happy now? Not again. It was unique before, they just become stereotypical and very much watered down. Yes. Get that a stalkerish persona is frowned upon now. I mean, if they really did want to have a more, I suppose, agreeable female character at the forefront of the series, I don't think many fans of the series would particularly mind Tangle being put at the forefront, considering, from what I recall, she's more, someone which I think Sonic would get along with, considering she's more action-prone. Would very much, not look out of place on the Owl House, though, to be perfectly honest, given, her relationship with Whisper. Am I saying that should be erased? Nah. Nah. Not necessarily. No. I did so well with that, only to flub at the very end. There we go, that's all the challenges. Yeah. Expect to hear that from me a lot, by the way, just flub. Because that's all I do on these streams, nothing but flubbing. This whole stream has been flubbing abysmal. Oh yeah, we got Race to Win from Sonic Rivals 2. Still baffles me that they haven't gotten any kind of re-release of that particular game, considering I'm fairly certain it wouldn't be as difficult to port than Rush would, and it is technically the canonical story for Silver now, so... He's always with Whisper and Lanolin, so it's hard to see more of who she is as a person. I do get that. I do get that, and the way I see it, if I wouldn't at all mind the comic characters actually coming into the series if they have something intrinsic to add at all, because If they're just going to be there just to add to the pile of other characters to just rot in side game purgatory, then no thank you. One, Amy strikes me as the type of girl to run several Tumblr pages and one how the world slights her, another tarot card reading the general life advice, and another her progress as a recovering alcoholic. Of course. Alright, time for hard mode Ed Dragoon. I remember this one actually being kind of difficult, but we'll see. I can't feel it's going to be a slight relief to finally see the back of this game, though. Really feels as though Shadow Generations has sort of really put in the spotlight the intrinsic flaws of this game. I feel mostly just from Modern's control specifically. Because where with Shadow he actually steers when you boost him, here Sonic controls like a speedboat. Like I'm turning, yet nothing's happening. Let me try that again, actually. Like here, instead of just relying... Oh. Time for a change of pace! I do want to try and get an S rank on this one, though, so this may actually end up being the hardest fight in the game, surprisingly enough. Not the Time Eater. No. Oh boy, I'm certainly looking forward to hearing you say that throughout the entire game. Alright, time for the 2D section. No, I don't want a sample of your Super Freeze Breath, Robotnik. I feel like I keep, using Eggman and Robotnik interchangeably. Do I need to decide on one, or can I just keep up the act to just... No. I just noticed that you don't actually lose all your rings when you get hit in this game. You just lose like a handful. Or you just die like I did there. You don't think the 3DS version was okay? I didn't play the 3DS version, unfortunately. I feel it would have been nice to see it, ported with this game, but, I guess not. Oh, actually landing a hit on him there wasn't a guarantee. Good to know. Nice to see they're still using those stock sound effects. I remember hearing that all the way back in Star Fox Adventures in 2002. That particular whoosh sound effect. There we go. Have a free sample of my Super Freeze Breath! Okay, can I land another hit on you this time? Can I go... Alright, I guess we're not negotiating another hit. I sure can't wait to miss the S rank on this one. And then just... And then just not play this again. Bop. Oh, I might have actually found an application for the drop dash. Except not really. I will abuse the power of invincibility frames. Something tells me we're gonna be here for a while, so strap yourselves in. Yeah, this definitely feels like the most jank of the boss fights so far. I can remember why I didn't exactly spend too much time on this one. Definitely not as charming as Get a Load of This, to be perfectly honest with you. Not sure what the hitboxes on those are. Can I get some more rings, please? Can I... You have a story of it. Eggman prepares his breakfast with Colgate. Of course it's Colgate. He's in lieu with Dr. Rabbit. I should have known. He was a secret collaborator this whole time. Okay, so you just gotta stomp afterwards. Okay. Finally got that down, I think. Yes, I'd very much like a change of pace at this point, Robotnik. Oh boy, time for the 3D section, where I don't get a chance to hit him this time. This boss fight was sure really fun. I'm not sure how many hits you take. Gotcha. I reckon I've already missed the threshold for the S rank. You tripped me up, damn you! I thought you were gonna tell me that this was a change of pace, and yet you didn't. You actually made it a change of pace. Your actions are now speaking louder than your words. Ow. Didn't he say that in Shadow the Hedgehog as well when he... during the egg dealer fight? I remember him saying that, like, Porn fever! Prepare to be skewered, Sonic! I have no idea what I'm gonna do for my Robotnik voice when I eventually get to battle. Do I want to do OVA Robotnik? Do I want to try doing... not Sat-AM. AOSTH Robotnik? I don't know. That wasn't fair at all. Okay, I think he's done with his change of pace. Can I please homing attack you again? No, I guess we... And I'm free falling. Rude. Gotcha, finally. Alright, let's see. Somehow still got the S rank for that. I'm not gonna question it, I'm just glad it's over. Alright, time for finally the time meter, and then I can go to bed. I feel as though this whole thing has made me sort of reevaluate my thoughts on Generations. For the longest time I just thought it was okay, and now I just think for the most part it's okay. Martin really didn't change his model. Yeah, he went for the more, I suppose, charming one after he saw the Mario 64 alternate costume in Odyssey. How am I doing? Pretty tired. You know what? With this one in particular, I think it's time we actually put on a different song. I have the perfect one. If I can find it in here, there we go. I always like putting this particular... The Gen's still probably my favorite of the gameplay. I'd still say, if we're just going by vanilla standards, maybe Shadow Generations? Probably still Adventure 2, though. That's just always been my go-to. Alright. Let's do it to it. Ah yes, you're that Tales from Another Dimension, aren't you? Right, that makes sense. Except it doesn't. Oh, he just spams more homing shots at you. I'm not gonna go after you. I'm perfectly content staying here. Still love this song, by the way. I know a lot of people are more into You Can Do Anything from the Japanese soundtrack, but hearing this constantly while playing Mega Collection always brought a smile to my face. The power of the 90s. Arguably where we should have stayed. I'm trying, but he's turning this into Toho. Yes, I am aware. This is a homing shot. Yep, there goes the can't touch this achievement. Let's just wrap this up and go to bed. Quintessential 90s adventure. What is going on? Yes, I could see that coming from a mile away. I could see that coming from Mars. Aren't you gonna do anything, or are you just gonna let me, Okay. I mean, if it was to talk about what I'd personally want to see from this series, setting-wise, I definitely prefer something more like a... Instead of the more... Oh. So he just snipes you with the laser from out there. Oh, okay. So I guess that's how you dodge that. Yeah, kind of weird how selective they are with some of the dialogue changes here. Oh no, he's about to use the world. I don't want to switch using the button tree, that's not why I'm doing it. But yeah, in terms of art style, I've heard some people say that they'd want the Marvel series to go back to having more of a stylized 1960s setting, which, given you have concepts like the Daily Bugle, you know, we have Spider-Man working for a newspaper, which is kind of a dated concept. In fact, a lot of Marvel is based on sort of dated concepts from the 60s. I kind of feel that in terms of sensibilities, a lot of Sonic's whole thing is based in the 90s, so I suppose it makes sense that you'd sort of be set back there in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I'm just rambling, but I feel at the very least it would be a bit more unique. Alright, time for the end of the fight. I guess remember when he used this, they used this attack as well in Sonic Rush and Sonic X and arguably Forces as well. I feel a lot of Sonic games end with that particular corkscrew attack. Anyway, so that's the time meter on hard mode. And now we get to sit back and watch this again.
Still warm. Time travel.
Yes. This won't have any lasting consequences on any sense of canonicity in this series. Silver, why did you warp in with a chili dog in your hand?
I'll admit, you weren't half bad, Sonic.
Half bad? Are you kidding? He was all great. So, I have a question for you.
Yep, and Knuckles doesn't get a concussion this time.
Yep. Just don't think about it.
Yep, don't think about it too hard. This is a funny children's game about Scrimbo Bimbo animals. Just don't think about it. Just consume product.
Tricks in the future. Wait, I mean past. Ugh, time travel's a chore.
Honestly, I think I'll just stick with the drop dash. That was a lot cooler. You see that moment in Sonic CD where I drop dashed off that massive cliff? Good times. Alright, time to go fight Metal again. Still where there's no future past Knuckles in this.
It's gonna be great.
Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you want to live forever, forever? Oh, and ever. I just remember that from an old YouTube poop. Detailing all the ways that Sonic's future was in fact not great. And, honestly, I'm not entirely certain what the future holds for Sonic nowadays. I think I've already laid out at least a semblance of my thoughts. In that, what I feel would probably be best for this series, obviously, they're probably not going to do it, but I feel that at the very least a reboot, or at least the prospects of a reboot, probably at least should be on the table. The only question is how you would do it. Would you just reboot it to just everything after Adventure 2 is gone, or just everything after Sonic 3 is gone, or just completely disregard every single game, but creative thing that Roger has said that line twice a decade apart. Yeah. I dread to imagine what a Heroes remake would be. A Heroes remake / remaster of this sort of scale would look like. Because would they change the plot at all? And in that case, how would they do it? Would they just get the modern cast to do it, or would they just redo the script with AI voices? Because I know that both those options aren't exactly going to be popular. Good game. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, we already seen this, so let's just skip it. Oh wait, you can't skip it. All you can just do is fast forward. Look at all these better games you could have been playing instead. Remember how much you like Sonic Adventure? I'd certainly do. What's next? I've certainly had some thoughts about that. First and foremost, I was thinking maybe I did mention possibility of Mario 64 with Sonic, but I think at this point, after having some discussions, see it really tight. Yes, yes, yes. I think we can skip this as well as they argue in complete silence again. I think next for me, I'm going to be playing Sonic Battle, so I can test out some new stuff with my GameCube, as I've gotten a few more bells and whistles for it, new memory card, new controller. It'll be nice to see how those do on a stream, even if it's for a Game Boy Advance game. I think to wrap things up, though, I want to go one more run for the road. Skill customization. Let's see, obviously we want to go endless boost. Acceleration, and... you know what, speed up and blast off. Yeah, next I'm planning on doing Sonic Battle. One game multiplayer like Smash, I mean, I suppose I could do Subspace Emissary at some point, though. Wait, I forgot to change the music. Because I know I have it in here somewhere. Change music, there we go. It would be funny if they actually brought in music from Frontiers. Back to where it all begins, yep. Go! Boost to win! I will admit I do definitely like this level. You can see why people go back to it a lot. Also figured this particular song was fitting for this stage and this ability. Boost to win, boost to win. I think I already got everything in this stage, so I can just feel free to open up the taps. Oh yeah, I didn't get showcased off Supersonic, didn't I? Yeah, I suppose I can do that and then just wrap up for the day. Or the evening. What is this track from? It's from Sonic Rivals 2. The game absolutely nobody played, which... honestly, there's a whole bunch of games that I just feel... should have been released, had a re-release of some way, shape, or form. Like, obviously we got the Adventure 1 and 2 on Steam, but we don't have any Heroes, we don't have any Riders, we don't have Shadow the Hedgehog, which, given this was the year of Shadow, is kind of baffling. Unleashed, obviously, none of the Rush games, some of the Advanced games, no Sonic Battle. And of course no Sonic Rivals, which... honestly, if you're just going off of the games you have available to you nowadays on modern consoles, there's a whole bunch of lore which is being called back to by Flynn, which you just have no context for, because odds are you never got a chance to play those games. Because of course most people nowadays getting into the series won't know Blaze the Cat as a princess from the Soul Dimension because they didn't play Sonic Rush. And they wouldn't know Silver as a time traveler who also faced off against Bizarro Eggman, who is both his Soul Dimension counterpart and descendant from the future. Because of course they didn't play Rivals. They wouldn't know that Metal Sonic came back and tried to kill everyone as the T-1000, because of course they didn't play Sonic Heroes. I do want to go for Speed Highway one more time, just as Supersonic. What do you think of playing fan games? I've done it in the past. I did play Omens. As for whether I do it again is remains to be seen, because there were certainly parts of Omens that I did like, and a lot of parts that I didn't. Just those flying sections, man. Absolutely baffling. I don't think we're going to necessarily go for a super run here. I just wanted to showcase off the super forms before we signed off. Probably could have done this after beating the game the first time, but I suppose it's fitting that we're doing this with the Sonic R model. I guess now we're speaking more my language. This is something I actually recognize. Sure, it may not be in this one mysterious place. Oh. Wait. Did I not equip... Skill customization. Yes, Supersonic is on here. So I just get the drop dash as well? Alright, let's just go for it again. Take two. Hopefully I'll get to do it better this time. No! I did the exact same flub up again. It's been a long night. I'm just thinking as well. I wouldn't mind going through something like Sonic R at some point, though that would probably just be a one-off stream given how short it is. Ow. That didn't feel good. Okay, I guess we're just here now. The amount of times this one song just says everybody, I couldn't help but just sing along to it saying everybody, very body, everybody, why, body, oddy, die, why. I'm not sure anybody gets that reference, but I at least found it kind of amusing. Boing, boing. Oh, Chow Gelato, and apparently, Chow-themed nightclubs. Good luck getting that imagery out of your head. Remind me of the voice of Angel Dust. I'm not sure that should necessarily be a compliment, but, thanks? Question mark? I do have a lot of good memories of Sonic R, even if it's not necessarily a good game either. Alright, just need 50 more rings. See, that's, interesting to me, the fact that they just include the drop dash along with Supersonic. Oh, and, I only get a chance to use it right at the very end. Cheers, game. Okay. And I think to bring things home, Speed Highway, we get to showcase off how bad Supersonic is in this game. Not a good theme, but the music's good. Yeah. That's the general sort of sentiment I tend to hear. Here it is. Ah, yeah. This is happening. Except not really. I flooded up right from the start. That's fine, we're not really breaking any records here. I just wanted to showcase off Super Sonic and how good he is in this game. Absolutely worth using over something like Endless Boost. Here we go. Yes. Oh, that's a little bit disappointing. The fact that the retro skins don't apply to the super forms. Plan on seeing Sonic Free? Of course, of course. I've taken the whole week off to go see it. Ah yes, the one part of the game where Super Sonic's ring drain isn't the most egregious. Like, look at that! Look how many rings it's already draining. Ready? Wait for it. Look at that ring drain. It's thirstier than I am. And by that I mean I've run out of water. I drank it all. No. I suppose at the very least this means that Super Sonic is now the default ability for me playing as Classic Sonic, though obviously he's not exactly the main draw of this game, is he? It's all just these levels. All 9 of them. Because of course there are only 9. There we go. And of course we still get an S rank anyways. Right, I think after that, that's a good place to leave it off. Thank you for putting up with me throughout all this. Again, next week, I'm gonna be starting Sonic Battle and seeing how that unfolds. But until then, thanks for tuning in, and until next time. See ya. Bye-bye. Take care. Go home.